If all men on Earth disappeared suddenly, the world would experience significant and wide-ranging consequences. Here's an analysis of the potential impacts. What would happen if all men on Earth disappeared? 1. Demographic impact. Population decline. The immediate absence of men would create a demographic imbalance. Over time, the population would decline as there would be no future generations without men for reproduction. Aging population. With no new births, the population would age significantly, leading to a society predominantly composed of older individuals. 2. Economic consequences. Labor force reduction. Men occupy a substantial portion of the workforce, especially in industries like construction, transportation, and heavy manufacturing. Their absence would create a massive labor shortage in these fields. Economic disruption. Certain sectors of the economy heavily reliant on male labor would suffer, causing economic slowdowns and potential recessions. 3. Social and cultural impact. Family dynamics. Families would experience profound emotional and psychological impacts due to the loss of male family members. Cultural shifts. Many cultures have traditions and practices centered around men. These would be lost or drastically altered. 4. Psychological and emotional impact. Grief and trauma. The sudden disappearance of men would lead to widespread grief and trauma, affecting mental health on a global scale. Social isolation. The loss of a significant portion of the population would weaken social networks and support systems, increasing feelings of isolation. 5. Gender imbalance. Societal imbalance. The absence of men would lead to an imbalance in social and community structures, impacting everything from governance to social interactions. Marriage and relationships. The traditional concepts of marriage and relationships would be fundamentally altered, with women being unable to find male partners. 6. Long-term human survival. Reproductive crisis. Without men, natural human reproduction would cease. However, alternative reproductive technologies, such as sperm banks and in vitro fertilization, could provide temporary solutions, though these would not be sustainable indefinitely without new genetic material. Scientific advancements. There would be a significant push towards advanced reproductive technologies, such as cloning or artificial sperm creation. 7. Global governance and policies. Policy shifts. Governments and international organizations would need to create policies to manage the demographic and economic fallout. Human rights. The event would spark global debates on gender, reproduction, and the measures necessary to prevent such a scenario. 8. Social roles and responsibilities. Occupational shifts. Women would have to fill roles traditionally dominated by men, leading to shifts in occupational structures and possibly accelerating gender equality in certain professions. Leadership and governance. With many male leaders gone, women would assume all leadership roles, potentially changing governance styles and policy priorities. Conclusion. The disappearance of all men would lead to profound demographic, economic, social, and cultural consequences. While women could step into many roles traditionally held by men, the challenges of reproduction and maintaining population levels would pose significant long-term threats to human survival. The importance of both genders for a balanced and sustainable society is underscored by such a scenario.